This is the Kodak moment. We've all heard this before on commercials and when grandma is about to take the most embarrassing picture of you and your cousin going to prom. But what do we really know about cameras? We know what a camera is and what it does, but according to Jerry Olsman, an influential photographer of the 20th century, there is so much more to a camera than just snapping a picture. A camera is a tool that can be used to express yourself through angles, filters, and a lens. Jerry Olsman. In order to understand the camera's full potential, we need to dig deep into its history, the inventor of the camera, and the time when it was invented, the improvements made to the camera over time, and the advantages and disadvantages of the camera on today's society. For something to come into existence, someone has to have an idea and actually make it into a physical object. In this case, the camera, however, didn't start off as we knew it. The idea that would soon help the development of the camera was known as the camera obscura. It wasn't a little handheld box or an app in a phone, but a big box or sometimes even a room that contained a hole in one side that allowed rays of light bouncing off objects to project in, creating an upside-down picture on the back of a box. The camera obscura was invented by an Arab scientist who went by the name Alhazen. Alhazen was very interested in visuals and optics. According to BBC News professor Jim Akali, last updated January 4th, 2009, Alhazen is to be recognized as the father of modern optics. Even though the camera obscura was an amazing invention, people wanted something more permanent, and the man who could make that happen is Joseph Neef. Neef was a self-taught French scientist who enjoyed experimenting with his brother, according to the editors of Encyclopedia Britannica, last updated July 14th, 2014. He was also very interested in lithography, which is the process of printing of ink on a flat surface. This led to the creation of the first ever permanent photo in 1827. The next step was to make this invention into a modern-day tool for widespread use. The world around us is constantly changing and becoming more challenging. With new challenges, technology has to keep improving to help us face them. Neefs was able to create the technology to make a permanent photo, and with the help of a couple more people, the camera would soon begin to modernize. Still in its early stages, not many people owned a camera. Only about 1% of the population owned a camera in the year 1840. This would soon change because later that year, when the first American patent was granted to Alexander Woollcott for his newest model on the camera, which was a small wooden box that contained a mirror so that the picture would be seen upright. This was the first major step in making the camera an everyday thing in society. The next would be the creation that changed the field of psychology. In 1888, the camera would finally have its day in the sun. The creator of Kodak, George Eastman, finally made an affordable camera for purchase for modern-day people. He came up with the idea while planning a road trip and not wanting to drag along all the chunky, expensive photography equipment, according to biography.com, last updated February 2012. But the last great camera invented before the digital age was none other than the Polaroid camera. In 1948, Edwin Land came out with the Polaroid camera. This camera took a printed picture in just about a minute. Now that the camera is modernized, what has it done to today's society? We are constantly using our cameras to capture memories or communicate with others, but the camera hasn't just helped our ways of society. It has also caused some major damages to the society. Now that phones have cameras in them, it has made life a lot easier to cheat. All you have to do is snap a picture of someone else's assignment and you have all of the answers at your fingertips. While the camera phone has also made it very fun to communicate with friends via photos, it has caused teenagers to become even more obsessed with their phones. And it has also made it very easy to invade others' personal privacy. However, the camera has made it very easy to keep memories for longer and help us to remember the good times. In such a short time, we have traveled through about 110 years of the camera's background. Who invented the first camera and when, how the camera has improved, and how it has impacted society. Life is a camera. Focus on what's important, capture the good moments, develop the negatives, and if they don't work out, take another shot.